Welcome back. In this video, we're going to start implementing the jumbled game program. So I've already set up my project and I took this sample code that's provided, the skeleton. I made a couple changes to make sure it compiles. And now I'm ready to get started. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get my loop to work and read a word from the file. Before that, I want to greet the user. I'm not going to implement the greet the user part, but greet the user is right here. This is where the function call would go, greet the user. And you will just add in here, I'll just put one printf welcome, but you need to put a much better greeting than I have. I just don't want to, this is something by now in this class, you should definitely be able to write a greeting. This is called instructions for this program, and I will greet the user right here. And let's just make sure that that works. Make sure I'm editing the right thing, and then we will start working. So it says welcome. Obviously, you need to do a better greeting than I am, but that's fine. So now I want to get the two words from the file and make sure that it works. So I think I'm going to do that first, and then after, no, I think I'm going to get the loop going first. All right, so let's get the loop going first. So here I'm going to declare a character, char again. So this is the character that's going to let the user do the loop. So while you've got a do while here, do, all right. So you're going to do all of these things. So I'm going to say here, printf, ready to play one round. All right, we're ready to play one round, and then we're going to test. The test is going to be while, again, equals y, or oops, I have a problem because there was orange juice spilled on this computer. Again, equals y. All right, so this would be the test. You're going to, actually I'm going to assign the value of y to this. So I'm going to assign the value of y just to test. So it's going to print, it's going to do the instructions, it's going to say ready to play one round of jumbled. And then it's going to test its y. So it's going to continue to do this and be an infinite loop. So let's check and see if we have an infinite loop. I do. Yay, that's exactly what I was trying to do. So how am I going to get rid of this infinite loop? The way to get rid of the infinite loop is I need to change the value of this variable again. Now here I could say, would you like to play again? But I do believe that I have that in a function. So let's go down to the functions. I think there is a function that says play again. So all I need to do here is do printf. Okay, so you really should make your explanations much better than mine, but you don't really need to sit here and watch me type. So this is going to say, would you like to play again? And then the user is going to tell you if they would like to play again, yes or no. Then you're going to scanf. This is an input-output parameter, so we're going to do space. And this one, you got to be very careful about putting the spaces in %s and %c, or you're going to get, things aren't going to happen the way you expect. And we're going to scan into, again, PTR. I'm going to change this to, again, PTR, because I think it's much easier to understand that this is a pointer to a character, and we're going to pass to this play again function, we're going to pass the address of, we're going to pass the address of the again variable. So that needs to be fixed in the instructions and in the skeleton, and I will fix that when I finish this video. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to play a whole round of the game. Then after you play the whole round of the game, you're going to say, would you like to play again? You're going to pass the address of the again variable, and then this again pointer will get declared and will point to that same address, and whatever the user enters will go here. So let's test it. Would you like to play again? Yes. Would you like to play again? Yes. Would you like to play again? No. Okay, perfect. So that's working. So the next thing we want to do is we want to get a word from the file and make sure we're properly connecting to the file and get the two words from the file to make sure that those words are going to, accurately, because you can't play the game if you can't get words from the file. So I want to do that right away. So I need to have char, I think it's jumbled is the first word, which will be size 25. And solution is the second word, which will also be size 25. And we need to declare our file pointer here. File in PTR. And now we need to connect to the file. In PTR equals fopen. The name of the file is, well, I need to go back here and look, jumbled words. .txt, and I'm going to read from the file. So now, what do we want to do then? We want to scan two words from the file. So we're going to scanf using space %s. We will read into, the first one will be jumbled. You do not put an ampersand because these are character arrays. And then we will read the second word from the file, which will be the solution. And then we're going to print them both onto the screen to make sure that we read them correctly. Jumbled is %s and solution is %s. Let's do a new line here. Yeah, it's horrible to watch someone do this, I know, but hopefully it helps you guys to understand what's going on. All right, so I've gone ahead and I'm going to declare my file pointer, connect to the file, read two words from the file, and print them onto the screen to make sure that they were correctly read from the file. And I even gave you a comment to tell you to do that. Oh, I even gave you the printf. Geez, that was, and I called it correct instead of solution. That's fine. Alrighty, so let's try it. And hopefully it's going to crash. It should crash because it does not have the correct file. Okay, that's right. Okay, so it should have crashed at the point when it tried to open this. So let me just spell this really wrong. So it should crash when it tries to read a word from the file because it never connects to the file because I have the wrong name for the file. So let me do something else here. Let's just initialize this to the empty string. You just do equals and you put two quotation marks right next to each other. That just initializes those character arrays. So let's try again. Still don't know why I have these. Okay, let's see what happens. It's very interesting that it is not crashing, but it is not properly connecting to the file. So let's see if I spell it correctly, what will happen. I think that what's happening is that Visual Studio is allowing people to become pretty lazy. But let's see what happens now. Alrighty, it is still not reading the words from the file. So, oh, I just made the biggest mistake. Okay, I'm glad that I did this because it might be something you would do. I forgot to put the file pointer here in PTR. And some of you are probably watching this and saying, you forgot to put the file pointer here. But that's okay. When you're recording, it's in pointer. All right, let's try again. Now it should crash. All right, perfect. It crashed because this is the crash you'll get if it does not, if it's not able to connect to the file. And the reason it's not able to connect to the file is because I spelled the name of the file incorrectly. So now I will spell the file correctly. Now it should read 2 words from the file and connect to the file and put those words here and then print the words onto the screen. So let's try once again. All right, ready to play. The jumbled is whatever and the solution is happiness. Want to play another round? Yes. Gets the next 2 ones, gets the next 2 words, gets the next 2 words, and then you say no. I'm very happy to say that that is working. Now, obviously, if someone was going to play this game, you're not going to want to print the solutions. But because you're the developer, you are going to print the solutions so you know that you are doing everything right. So the next thing we need to do is change the words to uppercase. Now we need to implement that function. So we go down here and we have a function called uppercase. So what this function does is it takes a character array, any character array, and it gets the length. So you'll say int length equals string length of the word. And then you're going to write a loop. You're going to say for I equals 0. This is the loop that goes I less than length. I, 1 character at a time. You will go through the loop and change all of the letters to uppercase letters. The interesting thing about arrays is because an array is actually a pointer to the first letter or number in the array, letters in this case. This is an input-output parameter. So you will, when you pass whatever word you pass to it, it's going to be input and then output back. So if whatever you do inside of this function to the word, it will also change the word that's been passed to it. So we just want to say word of I equals 2 upper, and we have to go character by character. There's no special magic thing here, and we want to practice. Character by character, we're changing the word to all uppercase letters. So now we want to test this function. It's called uppercase word. And back here in our main function, we will get the words, both lowercase, then we will pass them one by one to this function. First, the jumbled word. Then, then we'll pass it the solution. We're reusing the function twice. And so the logic here is we're going to connect to the file, get 2 words from the file, check that we got the words, change the words to uppercase, and check that those words are correct. And then at the very end here, we're going to close our file pointer. You close the file pointer after the loop, right before return 0. Fclose. If you close your file pointer inside of the do while loop, you're going to have problems because then you're not connected to the file anymore. All right, so let's try this. thing. All right, it's the words, and then they're uppercase. Yes, I would like to play again. Yes, yes, no. All right, so in the next video, we will start to play one round of the game.